everyone, it's Tracy from Temperance Tarot, and I just got back in town from being out of town on a business trip all week and had parcels, had packages when I got home. So the first one I'm going to, not really unbox, I'm going to do a flip through and first impressions of the 4th edition of the Naked Heart Tarot. And I don't have any of the previous editions. This was never a deck that really appealed to me very much. I'm not a big fan of anatomically correct hearts, and I'm not a big fan of animal decks. But this is another deck that everybody who uses it seems to love it so much. And the 4th edition is a little bit cheaper than the previous editions were. And I could get it on Amazon with Prime shipping, so I'm giving it a try. You know, I might end up selling it after a couple of months, but I'll give it a good try. I haven't opened it. All I've done is open the plastic so that I can get into it, because I have discovered that one of the best ways for me to get to know a new tarot deck is to film a walkthrough and first impressions video, because it forces me to slow down and look at all the cards. So we're going to slow down and look at all the cards in the 4th edition of the Naked Heart Tarot. Very nice box. Put that over here. It says, "The naked heart holds the secrets of the soul." And we have a little book. This looks a little smaller just based on my observations. I can read the print. That's good. It's not so tiny that I can't read it. It's very soft. The pages are soft. Yeah. Her Naked Heart story. The Naked Heart story. Intro to the tarot. The elements. Working with the Naked Heart Tarot. Crystal recommendations, astrology recommendations. This looks very interesting. Very interesting. Huh. I'm seeing things in this little white book that you don't see in your average guidebook. And then we go into the cards. And the minors. And it looks like we have some spreads in the bag. So yeah, sweet little book. All right, we have a plastic sleeve around it, although it does look like they were printed originally, somehow packaged in 2 batches, because there's definitely a break there, but all you have to do is shuffle those and that goes away. I didn't notice that this was in the bottom of the box. It looks like a crystal grid type of piece of paper. It's also on a very nice matte paper. Yeah. The Naked Heart grid was created with the intention to safely open the heart. Cool. Cardstock is really nice. It's matte, but not too matte so that it's grabby, and it looks like it's going to bend really well. I'll shuffle it at the end. Right. We have the Fool. The Empress is the Earth Mother. I'm not so sure how I feel about that. I'm not real big on Empresses being depicted as mothers to begin with. But we have the Sky Father to balance it, so okay. do love a turtle. Okay. A little predictable. But also appropriate. Well, Temperance looks a lot like Justice, so that's going to be a bit confusing. They both have scales on them. But this one does have the fire and the water type of implication. Star looks like a compass, and I kind of like that. I'm going to stop for a minute and read why, if she tells us why she used a scarab beetle for the sun. The sun, the light worker, joy, light, expansion. Naked heart message. What I focus on expands, and as my energetic spirit emanates joy and love, I feel the return of this energy in all that I do. My world is expansive. My inner light glows, and people naturally feel drawn to me. I bathe in the warmth of optimism and gratitude as the universe showers me with abundance. I'm deserving of success and celebratory moments of life, and I gratefully receive them with happiness and an open heart of appreciation, knowing I am worthy. Crystal recommendation sunstone, ruling planet the sun. Scarab beater familiar whispers. When your enthusiasm flows, you flourish. Heart disconnected, reverse meaning. I ask myself, are limiting beliefs blocking my forward momentum? So we don't, in the card description, don't have an explanation. Now in previous versions, she might have included that. I don't know. I might have to go and watch some unboxings and such of this deck that are older, but no specific reason why she chose a scarab beetle. Yeah, and there's the Naked Heart. That's the extra card, which that one will definitely be coming out for me because that is just not something that I'm drawn to. Okay, it's a bit pippish, but gives you a little bit more. Not sure how I feel about that. Okay, we have the Innocence of Wands, the Movement of Wands, the Heart of Wands, and the Spirit of Wands. Yeah, I'm not sure that jives with what I am finding the quartz to mean for me. The first two are okay. Well, even the first three. The Innocence, the Movement, the Heart. But the Spirit, I don't know. I'm seeing the Kings as much more authoritative and domineering sometimes in their shadow aspect. And this seems more hermity or hierophanty, more spiritual leader type thing, and I don't know that's the way I exactly see the quartz, but again, we'll give it a shot. Ace of Cups. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to like that card. I just don't like it. But there are not as many of those anatomical hearts as I thought there were in this deck, so. And there's a blue one, which makes sense. I like the idea. I'm not sure also how I feel about unicorns being sprinkled in. You know, you've got anatomically correct hearts, and then you've got unicorns. And I'm not so sure how I feel about this one either. The Seven of Cups, daydreaming, yes, you've got your head in the clouds, but a giraffe is that tall. And it's not like he has a choice of where to keep his head out of the clouds. That's where his head is. So I'm not so sure how I feel about that one either. That's pretty. I really like that. That's pretty. And anything that looks like crystals, I'm gonna love. Yeah, and the court cards, having them use all the same animal, I can see that it's definitely at different stages of development in that animal's life, because these two are older. This one looks more more like a younger, looks younger, and this one looks like it's fairly young. I can see that because they're all the same animal, I may have a hard time in a spread telling which one is which without really slowing down and focusing on reading the title of the card, which in this one does get a little obscured. But I can also see the definite progression in age. So I don't know. Again, we'll see. We'll see how it works. Yeah, I'd seen that one too and knew that that was not going to be my favorite either. I can't see shark anymore without hearing baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark. Well, that I really like the raccoon and the Seven of Swords, because they are definitely trash pandas, but at the same time, they're not malevolent. They're just resourceful. I do like this one, Two of Pentacles. And I really like this Three of Pentacles too. Yep, the Four of Pentacles is great. I have lots of those in my yard. not the red ones. I have gray ones. Yeah, I like that Five of Pentacles. I really do, because that shows those things that are broken aren't the necessities of life. They're the luxuries. And I can use that in a whole different way than I use the Five of Pentacles from another deck. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, very good. Like that one a lot. Eight of Pentacles. Lovely. I think that's a new one for this edition. Love that flamingo. Right. All in all, there were some cards I thought I was a little iffy about. But as far as a quote-unquote animal deck goes, I think this one would be very usable for me. The animals are all very well known, and I can relate to them. I understand a lot of their habits and things and the reasons. I can see the reasons that they were chosen for the specific cards they were chosen for. Let's give it a shuffle and pull out a few cards. Oh yeah, that shuffles really nicely. Yeah, they riffle shuffle better than they overhand shuffle because the matte finish does tend to clump just a little bit. But that will wear down with use. I do know that. I've used some of my matte decks enough to know that. So let's see. It makes a very attractive spread. I think it would look better on a darker background than the one I'm using. It just screams for a black cloth. But you've got a lot of directionality here you can work with in some of the cards. Color, pops of color. I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. It's sort of reminiscent to me of the Wild Unknown, and I did not at all bond with the Wild Unknown. But this one seems to make a little bit more sense to me than the Wild Unknown, so I will give it a try. And you will probably see it coming up in one of my monthly deck roundups when I've used it for a few weeks. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a fabulous day.